Good afternoon, guys. Harry here from Techmedia Fusion. Thank you very much for joining me. First of all, let me explain the reason for the lack of videos up on my YouTube channel, and also for the lack of content really over at Techmedia Fusion. Basically, the main reason why there hasn't been that much content up is because over the past 2 weeks it's been Easter holidays and the kids have been off, and it's really difficult for me to find any time, to find a quiet time, and at least and make a video without any background noise. That being said, over the past couple of weeks I haven't really seen anything that's captured my imagination for me to be able to sit down and do a 10-minute video about or anything like that. So I'm not too sure whether that's got anything to do with the fact that it's a little bit quiet in the tech community, or whether I'm just running out of creative ideas at the minute. Either way, I do apologise. I do know that I need to really up my game if I'm going to make any success at all out of Techmedia Fusion. And so that's what this video is about. Basically, I just wanted to show you guys my vision and my idea for Techmedia Fusion, the kind of the route that I'm taking with it at the minute, and where I want it to go to. And hopefully you guys can give me some input as to whether you feel that stuff should be taken off the site or stuff should be added to the site to make it more interesting. Anything at all like that, I'm open to suggestions all the time. So first of all, this is a homepage. As you can see here, the four most recent posts come up on this little section here, and it just scrolls through itself, but you can also take control of that and just go down it. Failing that, you can just scroll on down and it gives you all the posts in order of written. There's no kind of like set layout in this particular section. There's an about me section. You go across there, it just lets you know everything that there is about me in terms of where I've come from, what made me get into tech, all that type of stuff. Some photographs across there, a list of all my tech and software that I use. Also, if you want to send me an email about anything at all, whether you want me to help you with a question or anything else or whatever, just click on the contact section, put your name, your email address, what the subject is, and just fire off an email, and I will get back to you. One thing that I do think is very important is that I respond to every single person that sends me an email, whether it's on Techmedia Fusion, whether it's on any of my social networking sites, or whether it's via here on my YouTube channel. So it may not be immediately, but I do get back to you one way or the other. Techmedia Fusion tab, that basically is just like the home page, only without the four most recent posts. Lays it out like a blog, and you can click on the read more, and it'll give you all the information on that particular post. Now this next one, Expressed Fusion, I only put this up last night, I think it was 2 nights ago. And the reason why I'd done that was because when I'm looking through different stories to write about, there's some stories that I see that only warrant maybe a paragraph. It's a very small story, but it's relevant nonetheless. And what I've been doing is I've been siphoning out the ones that are going to take me about, maybe 5 or 6 paragraphs to write about and add loads of links and all the rest of it, and kind of like a main article. So I put the Express Fusion in so that I could write about those little small stories, those ones that are relevant but don't need an awful lot of writing about it. And I just didn't want to take those type of stories into the main page, but this way I can still do that. Now these 3 tabs here, all they basically do is that they categorize all the subjects. So if somebody comes onto the site and they're interested in something about Microsoft and they want to read all the posts that I've written about Microsoft or Windows, then they can go down there, click on it. I will be adding obviously categories here as I go along. One that I need to add, which I'll be doing after this video, is digital photography. I've written a couple of posts on that and I've just stuck them here in the text section, but I need to categorize that a little bit better. The survey tab, quite a while ago, I run a survey on this YouTube channel. I asked people questions and they'd done a lot of video responses, and it was good fun at the time, and I got a really big response from that. So I've added a similar type survey here, but it's fun, but there is a reason behind it as well. It's none of the questions that I ask are personal about you. They're just about your experience with tech and the tech community, that type of thing. And what it's helping me do is it's helping me build up a picture as to how many people visit the site, are Linux users and Mac users and all the rest of it. One thing I want to do on Techmedia Fusion is diversify. I didn't want to focus on just Mac, although that's kind of like my passion. But I didn't want to fixate on that, which is the reason why I went out and just bought this Lenovo laptop running Windows 7, and I've also installed a Windows 8 Consumer Preview on there as well, and I've got a little Ubuntu laptop running as well. I wanted to make sure that I'm covering all the bases in terms of, you know, writing about stuff. And that's what this survey is going to do. It's going to help me a little bit. The next tab is book reviews. I read loads of tech books, guys, and I love them. And I know you guys love reading tech books as well. So what I've done is, through the library of books that I have, whether they're kind of like hardback, softback, or whether they're on the Kindle, I've just kind of like written my personal review on what that book, you know, is. You can read it if you're interested in maybe going out and buying that book. Then have a little look here, see if I've written a preview on it, and you know, if you value my opinion, then this might help you in buying that book or saving your money and not buying it, whatever the case may be. Wallpapers. I've designed a lot of wallpapers in relation to Techmedia Fusion, but I also have wallpapers, you know, desktop wallpapers for Windows and Mac and Linux and all that type of thing. I've got a huge library of that, which I need to add on here, but at the minute it's just iPhone and iPad wallpapers and desktop wallpapers that I've personally designed with the Techmedia Fusion logo on it. But there is more to come on there. Also, just let me go back to the home page. If we go down to the side here, this is all the social networking sites that I'm part of. All of them are live, and I, you know, put content on them all the time. The only one that I have any problem with is this Reddit or Reddit, whatever which way you want to pronounce that. For some reason, when I put an article up there, and if I go back maybe an hour later and go and put another article up, it's telling me that it can't accept it, and I've got to wait. So I'm having difficulties with that, and unless I fix these problems, I'll probably take that one down. But all the rest of them are running fine, even this blogger one. But there's links on here to that, which I'll explain just further on down here. There's also a newsletter. The newsletter is a new thing that I'm trying to start out. It's already been done 1 month. Basically, all it is it's a newsletter be sent out at the end of the month. I'll be adding on to the newsletter the kind of like the most popular posts of that particular month, but there's also content on there that won't be going on the website, and obviously I had to do that, otherwise there'd be no point in you subscribing up to a newsletter. But it's your choice whether you want to do that. All you got to do is put your details in there, click subscribe, and that'll be it. You'll get a newsletter sent into your email box once a month. Now these are the things I was talking to you about Blogger. This one here, this middle one, is an online shop where you can go across and there's t-shirts over there and mugs and all that type of stuff with the Techmedia Fusion logo on it. Now, I just want you to know, and I want to make it very clear, I do make money from anything you buy over there. I do make money on it, so I want you to be very clear about that. Also, if you go across and you buy like a £15 t-shirt, I get £1 on it, okay? So the markup is roughly about that. For garments, for hoodies and t-shirts, I get £1 on it. For like cups and mugs and glasses and those types of things, I get about 50p markup on it. Now, I chose the markup price. You have full control of that when you set up an account over there with them. But I didn't want to put big massive markups on it, because it's, for me at the minute, it's not about the money. I'm more about building a community, really. Actually, that's more important to me than money. These other two links are Fused News, and the one down here at the bottom, this one here, is Fused Sport. Now, they're really self-explanatory. Fused News is basically a site where I can go across and I can write about anything that's happening in the world today. You know, with being an ex-soldier, I follow the news very, very closely about what's happening in Afghanistan and all the rest of these different countries. And so I write about it over there. And I write about other stuff that I just wouldn't get away with doing here. And this, you know, Techmedia Fusion at the end of the day is a tech site, and the last thing I need to be doing is mixing that up with a load of crap that I'm writing. Fused Sport is obviously what it says. I'm a big sports fan. I love my sport. Before I had my injury in the army with my spine. I used to play a lot of football, used to do a lot of running. I love sports, so I've written about sports over there. If you, this is the Fused Sport site, and like I say, you know, there's loads of stuff over there, and Liverpool are in the semi-final this weekend of the FA Cup, so I'll be writing about that. And also on Fusion News, this is a site for Fusion News. You can see it's kind of a similar logo to the one that's on Techmedia Fusion, and the Fuse bit and all the rest of it, it's all kind of like coming in together. So, you know, I'm trying to keep everything quite close together, but not close, if you understand what I mean. And that's really about it. I mean, also, this is my Facebook site or page for Techmedia Fusion, but if you click on the links, that'll take you over there. And then obviously I've got my Twitter page as well. I've also got a Google Plus page, and that's just recently changed on Wednesday there for the better, in my opinion. And that's really about it, guys. But I just wanted to show you the site, break it down for you, explain to you where I'm going with the site, or where I hope to go with the site, and get some input from you guys as to what you think needs to be added onto the site or taken off the site. Anything at all that's going to enhance your viewing pleasure. Thank you very much, guys, for all your support. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, and everybody take care of yourselves. Bye.